Thank you for joining us at NoHo 50/50 here in North Hollywood. We're happy that you're here. We have a very quick series of speeches, and then we're gonna get some hot dogs and give some tours, and we're excited that you've joined us. Many of us were here 2 years ago to celebrate a beginning. We stood here in North Hollywood at an empty site and spoke about our path to construction. But it feels a little different here in this beautiful, completed space. And here we are, 2 years later, with a bit more scars than we had hoped, but within a community that represents healing and stability, and I am so personally proud of it. As I think you all know, this work is incredibly difficult. I see a whole bunch of practitioners in our strange, wonky world here today. And this is the conundrum of our industry. If everyone wants the same thing, why does it take so long? And why is it so expensive? Why does it feel like we're rolling a boulder up the mountain instead of guiding it downstream in the collective outcome we all seek? I think we all long for that answer and continue to work to improve our system, but in the meantime, it's critical that we celebrate these joyous moments. A funding award, a groundbreaking, a grand opening, the signing of a lease, all the steps of the development life cycle. Here in North Hollywood, the lives of 40 households will change forever. And yes, sometimes the work feels a little too hard, and that the numbers are small in comparison of the collective need, but I can't imagine doing anything else, and I hope you all feel the same. I have so many stories and memories from the development of this project, and they all involve our amazing partners and team who worked tirelessly to make this project a reality. From early morning construction walks, to late night funding application deadlines, to hours-long relocation meetings, hey Lorraine, to fighting traffic to get a community meeting at the Amelia Earhart Library, or a TCAC disqualification letter, and even a trip to Home Depot to buy podocarpus and shower rods to pass inspection. It takes so much work to get here, and we need to acknowledge so many agencies and organizations that helped make this project happen. Daylight, our firm, and our partners at DCRO are a small outfit, and we rely on experts and partners and public allies to make this work possible. So today, we are welcomed by Council President Paul Krekorian, Geneva Monteleon with Senator LaFonza Butler's office, Alondra Lopez with Assemblymember Laura Friedman's staff, Do-It-All Kevin Keller from the mayor's office, Amy Perkins from Supervisor Horvath's office, Tyler Cash, Supervisor Barger's Homeless Services Policy Director. Thank you for all the claps, it's great. And staff from our public partners at CD2, Los Angeles County Development Authority, the Housing Authority of the City of Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Housing Department, and the LA County Departments of Mental Health and Health Services. And I'll run these through very fast, so don't clap until the end. We're also joined by our funding partners who provide the tools and resources to build and stabilize these projects. This includes Redstone, Sugar Creek, KeyBank, and Genesis LA. And we're joined by our construction and design team that actually do all the work. FSY Architects, Dreyfus Construction, 360, Terry Dickerhoff, I hope you're here, Terry, I haven't seen you, Castle & Gray, and so many others. Thank you. And finally, our operations team, driven by Trillium Property Management and the Downtown Women's Center, who put this amazing event together, who inspire me every day. Downtown Women's Center represents the best of our city, and we are so proud to build them a little refuge here in North Hollywood. So I'm running out of time here, so I'd like to introduce Council President Paul Krekorian. CD2 has been so welcoming to our team and staff and project. From day one, the request was always more housing, more impact. I told Paul this story a second ago, but at our first meeting to introduce the project with Caro and Adrian, who's no longer at the office, they requested that we make the building bigger. They asked for a taller building with more units. That was unfortunately not feasible, but it was a symbolic question. and we are proud to effectuate change in the socioeconomically diverse district that is CD2. So I know we all feel this way, but we are very sad to see the council president term out after this year. So thank you for all that you do, and join me in welcoming Council President Paul Krekorian.
A project like this is a real declaration of victory over all that. I mean, it's a real success that all of our partners at the federal, state, county, city, government agencies came together, that Daylight and DECRO and especially the Downtown Women's Center came together to make this project a reality. It really is a great moment for all of us to celebrate. But I want to add, too, that one of the sources for delay and expense for the developers of important projects like this is very much either the reality or their fear of delay that comes from opposition from members of the community. And that's a built-in cost driver for projects like this. And I am just so proud of North Hollywood for not being one of those communities. North Hollywood, we had the unanimous support of the neighborhood council, unanimous support. This is a community that welcomes housing development, welcomes more density, and especially welcomes real solutions to the members, for the members of our community that are facing housing insecurity, homelessness, and all of the drivers of homelessness. This is a community that steps up and says, how can we help? And I'm so grateful for the honor of being able to represent a community like this. So thank you to everyone. When I was a baby lawyer, when I was just out of law school, I spent a lot of my time doing pro bono work in the Superior Court for survivors of domestic violence who are seeking restraining orders against their perpetrators. And I heard a lot of really heart-wrenching stories about what circumstances that led my clients to have to deal with. And so this project was especially important to me because when someone has to flee a situation like that, when they've been cut off by the perpetrator of the violence from their friends, their family, their own money, their credit cards, even their phones, and they have to flee a situation like this, it's a catastrophic situation for that family. And because of that, domestic violence has become, I think it's statistically true, the leading driver of homelessness among women. And one of the leading drivers of homelessness overall. And yet, as a society, we haven't figured out how to develop solutions specific to the needs of those people who are experiencing that kind of situation. And I'm so thrilled that this development is going to provide those solutions. So 32 of these units will be for survivors of domestic violence who are building a new life for themselves in sustainable, supportive housing. And it is just, I'm just so grateful, again, to our development team and to the Downtown Women's Center for making this possible. We've done a lot in my district. We've built 6 different interventions of bridge housing. We have we built the first homeless navigation center in the city of Los Angeles. We've already built 270, I think, units of permanent supportive housing with another 160 or so on the way. So we're doing the work. but much more needs to be done, and I'm just so proud to be able to celebrate with you today this landmark, and I look forward to, even if I'm out of office, coming and joining you for the next ribbon cutting and the next groundbreaking as well. So thank you very much, everyone, for making this possible.
Greg is going to keep us going. Great. Thank you very much, Council President. I'm always amazed at our Council President being able to handle anything thrown his way up here, and his district and his staff. And my name's Kevin Keller. I'm the Deputy Mayor for Mayor Karen Bass, and wanted to be here as well today to celebrate this moment with everyone on the team on behalf of all of our elected offices, really being in support of our excellent leadership of Council President Krekorian. Mayor Bass has made housing and homelessness her job number one in office. She has, I think, do it all. I've been also repurposed to the housing team to lend my support, but before I had this role about 4 weeks ago, I was in charge of Executive Directive 1, which was the mayor's program to expedite all of the approvals, all of the clearances, all of the work that the city does on affordable housing. And this is really the result. The mayor is very committed to streamlining, to providing that extra helping hand to get these projects to the finish line. And I just want to point out what a beautiful project this is. When people think about development that really can contribute to society, contribute to a neighborhood, beautiful design. Thank you, FSY architects. Architects matter. Parking, not too much parking, just enough. A really great design and a great way to show that we can build and we can provide homes for Angelenos in need. So on behalf of Mayor Bass, just wanted to really congratulate Daylight. I got to meet both Greg and thank you, Downtown Women's Center, Amy. What a wonderful team of just what a wonderful energy in the room. And these are the moments to really celebrate. Much more to do, but on behalf of Mayor Bass, congratulations. And we look forward to continuing to streamline and provide anything we can do. Also, Mayor was in DC last weekend advocating with the U.S. Conference of Mayors for additional project-based vouchers that make programs like this successful. So she is doing the work to try to bring more resources to our city to keep projects like this opening up. So thank you very much.
I'm not touching this, so don't worry. Hello, everyone. I'm Sandy Dunleavy, the Regional President of Personal and Business Banking at BMO. And I could not be more thrilled to be here with all of you today to recognize the incredible work of the Downtown's Women's Center and this wonderful new facility. It was only a little while ago that hundreds of my BMO teammates joined together, and as we were converting from Bank of the West to BMO, to prepare kits and deliver it to the Women's Center. And we even did so in our mobile branch bus. So happy to be back here with you today. At BMO, we are driven by our purpose, and our purpose is to boldly grow the good in business and in life. And so as we work with our communities and our neighborhoods, we are supported in our work. We are really so proud that our funding has gone towards the BMO Learning Center in this facility. Many of my teammates here today and in the area are really looking forward to volunteering their time and their expertise to help empower women with critical skill building as well as financial literacy as they move to stability. Our partnership, BMO and the Downtown Women's Center, helps us move forward a little bit more in our journey to try to bridge the gap, the economic and equity gap of many of our citizens in Greater Los Angeles. So without further ado, congratulations to the Downtown Women's Center and this wonderful new facility. And we at BMO are honored to play a small part in really putting our values into the community and being able to support this wonderful, wonderful sustainment for so many women. And we really are thrilled to be here. So thank you all very much.
Good morning. I'm Lynn Catano. I'm the Director of Housing Investment and Finance with the LA County Development Authority. First, I have to thank the councilman for breaking the stand, because otherwise I probably would have, and I would have been mortified. He was so eloquent about it. Yes, thank you. Anyway, so I just want to say I'm honored to be representing our agency at this occasion, celebrating the grand opening of the NoHo 50/50 apartments. For those of you that may not be aware of our agency, the Los Angeles County Development Authority acts as the affordable housing arm for the County of Los Angeles. One of our many functions is to administering capital financing for the development of affordable housing throughout LA County. For NoHo 50/50, the county provided $4.3 million in No Place Like Home funding for pre-development, construction, and permanent financing to the development team. We've been fortunate to have worked with Daycro Corporation and Daylight Community Development on 3 projects since 2019, and this has been our first completed project with them. This is also our 3rd completed project with the Downtown Women's Center. I would especially like to commend the Downtown Women's Center on their continued efforts in serving and empowering women and gender-diverse individuals experiencing homelessness. So much more needs to be done for this marginalized population, and I'm excited to see their impact expanding to help stabilize an additional 40 households with safe housing and supportive services. I would also like to acknowledge our county partners that help bring these complex projects to fruition. The Los Angeles County Department of Mental Health for providing mental health services and referrals for LISA. The Los Angeles County Department of Health Services for funding the intensive case management services, another critical component of supportive housing. Of course, I'd also like to acknowledge our staff at the LACDA, Cindy Ka, Senior Project Manager, I know Cindy's here, and Marina Brookins-Odom, Supervising Project Manager from our Finance and Development Unit, who both worked diligently on the construction loan closing and throughout the development process. I'd also like to thank Construction Inspector Preston Tucker from our Construction Management Unit. Again, congratulations to the Downtown Women's Center, Daycro, and Daylight for the successful completion of this beautiful project.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to be here today for the grand opening of the NoHo 50/50 in North Hollywood. I'm Evelio Franco, a mental health program manager for the Los Angeles County Department of Mental Health. It's a pleasure to be here for the opening of the county's newest supporting housing complex. I want to recognize our elected officials and community leaders, the Honorable LA County 5th District Supervisor Catherine Barger, as well as the entire Board of Supervisors, Council President Paul Krekorian, Deputy Mayor of Housing Kevin Keller, Lynn Catano and the Los Angeles County Development Authority, Christine Kachatrian and the Housing Authority of the City of Los Angeles, and Amy Turk, CEO of the Downtown Women's Center. Thank you all for supporting this project and for your ongoing leadership in making homelessness, mental health, and affordable and supportive housing solutions a priority in our community. And of course, I want to shout out the LA County Department of Mental Health's own housing team for continuously dedicating themselves to making projects like this a reality throughout LA County. Through their hard work and dedication, the department provided nearly $4.4 million in No Place Like Home funding for 19 units here in this beautiful building. We are also proud to work with the Downtown's Women's Center, which is generously providing case management services and support for gender-based trauma survivors. And we are grateful for everyone else who has played a critical role in this grand opening today. Thank you, FPI Property Management, Decro Corporation, and Daylight Community Development. When people are provided affordable housing and appropriate services and resources, they are more likely to remain housed and invested in their health and well-being. Thank you, everyone, for your work in making this project a reality and for your contributions to improving the lives and outcomes. Today is a day to celebrate, and I want to congratulate everyone on this grand opening. Thank you.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I don't know about Lynn. I was afraid I would be unable to see you all from the podium, so it was okay if it broke for me. It's my pleasure to be here, and yes, I can see all of you. My name is Christine Kachatrian. I'm the Senior Manager from the Housing Authority, City of Los Angeles. Here on behalf of our President and CEO, Douglas Guthrie, who's unable to be here today. He had to attend a Board of Commissioners meeting. HACLA could not be able to do the great work we do in terms of serving our most vulnerable residents without key partnerships. It was our pleasure to partner with Decro Corporation and Daylight Community Development in providing the 32 project-based vouchers that will house formerly homeless and chronically homeless individuals, families, and survivors of domestic violence. HACLA's estimated contribution to NoHo 50/50 is $18.5 million in housing assistance payments over the 20-year term of the contract, so AKA operational subsidy. Thank you. I'd like to commend my staff personally for working closely on this project, Tim Young, Alejandra Bravo, and Marina Quintanilla. Also in attendance is the Assistant Director of Section 8, Ryan Mulligan. So thank you, everyone. We've already had a busy year. About 600 permanent supportive housing project-based voucher units have come online since the beginning of 2024. We have another expected 2,600 PBV units expected through the end of the year. So going to be busy. At HACLA, we definitely strive to be part of the solution. Together with the incredible partners present here today, our community is taking action to combat homelessness and provide housing to our most vulnerable populations. So thank you again for having us here today, and thank you, Decro, thank you, Daylight, thank you, DWC. Thank you for your commitment, your dedication, and sticking through the long and challenging road in order to add this beautiful gem in our city. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Ted Handel, CEO of Decro Corporation. We're a 35-year-old nonprofit affordable housing developer. Welcome to NoHo 50/50, a beacon of hope, a place where women who are survivors of domestic violence will find shelter and security, a place where women will have the opportunity to create a sense of community among themselves, a place where they can draw on the extensive resources of the Downtown Women's Center and others to build support. The need for this specific type of permanent supportive housing cannot be understated. As the council president said, for 1 in 5 women, according to a UC San Francisco study, The path to homelessness often begins by women fleeing homes to escape violence and escalating abuse by an intimate partner. 1 in 5. Worse, once women become homeless, they are exposed to a variety of threats, including being harassed or threatened, attacked, participating in unwanted sexual activity, or theft. Where can these women turn to for shelter and protection? The barriers are high. A DWC study found that more than 60% of women trying to exit homelessness could not afford housing. More than 55% had to endure long waiting lists to access vouchers or public housing. NoHo 50/50 is a shining example of what we can accomplish to help survivors access the permanent housing they desperately need and deserve. The project also satisfies their highest priorities, as expressed in the DWC study: affordability, safety, and privacy. On behalf of DCRO, the members of my board of directors that are here, and our staff, we are proud to partner with Daylight Community Development and DWC to open this sanctuary and to create a future of hope for all those who will call NoHo 50/50 a home. Thank you. Let me introduce Amy.
Good morning, everyone. It is so wonderful to be here. We've been anxious for this moment. For over 45 years, Downtown Women's Center has been ending homelessness for women and gender diverse individuals through permanent housing and our supportive services surrounded by wellness, employment, and our advocacy work. Today is such a special day. While we've been providing community-based housing services throughout the county for a number of years now, NoHo 50/50 represents our first satellite campus beyond the Skid Row and downtown community, and we just couldn't be more thrilled to be your neighbors. Every year, we serve around 6,000 women, and our housing programs have a 98% retention rate, meaning, you get it. We succeed because we center the voices, the experiences, and the unique needs of the women that we serve. This is key to our success, our special sauce, if you will. Ted mentioned the report that we published, thank you, Ted, that lifts up the needs of the women who obviously express the need for permanent housing, but also express the need for safety, security, and community. And NoHo 50/50 brings all of that together. Such a great example of that. I'm so grateful for all the community members, for the volunteers, for staff, our government partners, the neighborhood council. Greg and Sonia and I had a blast at your meetings. We cried tears of happiness and heartfelt feelings, not because we were welcomed, like President Krekorian mentioned. We were sincerely welcome to this community because you believe in solutions to homelessness. But I also want to thank the people with lived expertise and experiences of homelessness that helped us design the programs that we'll run here, that also helped us design the physical structure and architectural design as well. And we couldn't do this without our corporate partners. We have BMO out in force today. Thank you. Thank you so much for contributing to the work that we will do here and being true partners. We were also blessed by the volunteers and corporate partners who made the furnishings happen here and the nice home touches and welcome home kits from Amazon, from Fiona Hutton and Associates, and from NBC Universal. I have never craved a hot dog so much before noon. And want to say thank you to Richard Pink and Aileen and the whole team at Pink's for enabling us to come together with some fun things to nosh on later. And I want to thank my board. Kevin, you earlier said how amazing your board is, and it's just incredibly true. Many are here today, and when I say your name, please raise your hand. We have our board chair, Vicki Curry. And We have, I think Elizabeth Farrow is here, our previous board chair. Sorry, I haven't seen each other yet. I don't know if this is a title, but we have our previous board chair, Heather Rim, here. We have our housing chair, Cindy Starrett. We have Catherine Collins, Libby. Let's get through this long list. I have a massive board, and then we'll do praise. Libby Jacobson, Cara Hollis, Brendan Ranson Walsh, Tiffany Mayberry, Jane Chamberlain, Ruth Edwards, Robin Bacon, and Stacy Turner. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the staff at Downtown Women's Center, please raise your hand. Many are here today. So many people played a role in getting us here today, but the people that will carry us forward are fantastic program staff, including Myung Kim, Rosario Trejo, Vanessa Galargo, Jackie Rivas, and Al Walker. Thank you for getting us to today. One of my favorite aspects of my job is to get to work with the advocates who help us all do better. Millie Brown is someone I've been doing this work with for about, 8 years now. And she'll share her testimony today. You'll see how effective she is in moving systems leaders to do better and to, just give it to us straight and tell us what to do. And we really appreciate that, Millie. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Amy, for that amazing introduction. It is always a pleasure and a blessing to be able to come and share my lived experience with you all. As Amy stated, my name is Millie Brown, and I want to thank you all for giving me the opportunity to join you guys today in the grand opening of NoHo 50/50. I stand before you with lived experience of being unhoused, and as a survivor of domestic violence, and as an advocate of those who face the same challenges. My housing journey began in a time when I was receiving mental health services through the Department of Mental Health. Even though I was experiencing homelessness for 5 years already, I was fortunate enough to access group therapy and individual counseling. The turning point came when I was enrolled and I was put on the waiting list for Shelter Care Plus program. For 7 years, I lived in a single room occupancy before transitioning to supportive housing. In 2008, living in stable housing has given me the opportunity to focus on my mental health and to address the trauma that stemmed from domestic violence. Today, I look forward with hope and optimism. I envision the upcoming residents here to have the same similar opportunities for growth and healing. With the support of permanent supportive housing, individuals can dedicate time to rebuild, refocus, and regroup themselves, as I have. Today, we can foster an environment where every individual, not only to recover, but to thrive, to become the person that they were meant to be before they experienced the trauma of domestic violence. And I want to personally thank each and every one of you for your continuous support and dedication that helped me to become the person that I am today. And I thank you all so very much.
All right, well, thank you for joining us. Get a hot dog, get a tour, and we're so happy that you came.